Hi, I'm Leanne.K and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be talking all about all the things that you could do in lockdown to motivate yourself or to keep you occupied. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to see more. But for now, let's get into it. So, I feel like it has been forever since I've done a sit down video like this and I've missed it. Obviously I had my birthday vlog and then on the last one I did a song as well, and I just wanted to say thank you really for all of the support. That video that I put on last time, the singing video, obviously I did with Gav. We got so much love for it, like on my social media and things, and obviously on here as well. I just wanted to say thank you very, very much for all the love and everything. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I thought today I would just come, I'd sit down and I would just chill and do a sit down talky video to you, and I hope that you enjoy it. So I asked a lot of people on Instagram and on Facebook what they would like to see in my next video. This video that I'm doing today is actually probably one of the most requested videos that I've had, and I actually think it's a really good idea myself as well. Obviously, you know, I don't really want to go into it, I don't really want to talk about it and, you know, lower the mood and things like that, but it is lockdown. We are in lockdown at the minute and we're probably going to be in lockdown, looks of it, for another few weeks. So I've come up with a couple of ideas, well, I had a think, and a few ideas that maybe might help you to get motivated, or if you're struggling for things to do in lockdown and you think, what can I do without having to go outside, or, you know, I pay for things, because I know a lot of us are struggling for money at the minute. Obviously some of us are out of work and, you know, it's quite hard. So a few ideas that maybe you could do in your house or wherever you live to just keep you motivated and things like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I hope everybody is okay with the whole lockdown situation, with everything that's been going on. It's tough times, I'm going to be honest. I'm okay. I think it helps that I have a little mini me to run around and run after and things like that, and obviously I've got Gav to keep me occupied as well, so that's lovely. Obviously if I'm not okay then I would tell you all, but yeah, I'm actually doing okay, just getting on with it, and you know, at the end of the day it is what it is, so let's just let's just get on with it. Talking of get on with it, let's get on with the video. So my first thoughts, I've actually got them on my pad here. I've got my little notepad, very posh, that I've written everything down on, and the first one is, I thought maybe you could watch something new. So if there's something that you think, I really want to watch that. Now, I did this the other day, everyone's been talking about the programme It's a Sin, and you know, I'm not very big on watching programmes, but the only one that I have actually watched all the way through, like series, is My Mad Fat Diary, and I was obsessed with that when it came out, so I thought I'm going to give It's a Sin a go and see what happens, and I absolutely loved it. I binged it all in one night. So when Layla went to bed, I went upstairs with the TV and I literally binged the whole thing, and that was amazing. So that's what you could do. You could do that. Also, about watching things as well, you could go on to virtual things. You can watch things virtually. Now, I know a lot of places, like, you know, museums and things, have got cameras and that, so you can go in and you can virtually watch them. And another one as well is one we've been watching through lockdown, and I watched it through the first lockdown. Chester Zoo, they sometimes on a Friday do a virtual tour of their zoo where they get close up with the animals, then they tell you all the information about the animals, and that to me is amazing. Like, it's so nice, because not only do you get to see the animals, but you're also learning things at the same time. Like, you might not have known these things about the animals, so that's another good one as well. So watching new things, maybe re-watching things that you've watched before and you think, oh, I could watch that again. No, that's one. Next one is reading. Now, I'm not a massive reader, but you saw that I got 3 books for Christmas, so you could delve into a book. Why don't you just buy a book online? I think I'd like to read that one, read it. Another one is where you could go out and you could buy a magazine. Like for me, for instance, I always used to go out and I was always buy a TV magazine, like, or, you know, like a girly magazine. Maybe that's something you've not done for a while, so maybe go out and buy yourself a magazine and look through those magazines. Like, I think that might be a nice idea, and I might actually go and do that myself. I know there's a few magazines I used to read before and I haven't read them for ages, so I might go out and buy myself a magazine. That might be a good idea. Next one is you could go for a walk. We could, you know, go for a nice walk if you haven't already. Obviously you're allowed to go out and do some exercise, but why don't you somewhere local that you think I've not been? Like, we've got a local lake by us, we've got ducks. Go for a walk around there, do a few walks around your block, you know, get some exercise in, go for a walk around your garden. Not only to just get that exercise in, but to get that fresh air that we all need. You know, some days being cooped up in the flat or being cooped up in the house, it can get really like, you can start to feel really hot and start to feel really like enclosed. Like, to go for a nice little walk, it really, really does help, and it's something that we've been doing quite a lot. Like, we're really lucky that we have beaches and we are so close to the beaches, so we're really lucky that we get to do that. So maybe go for a walk around the beach, or if you've got beaches by you or something like that, just to get some fresh air. That'd be a really nice idea. Next, you could take photos. Now, I really like this idea because obviously I have my camera that I'm filming on now. You know, it doesn't have to be a camera. If you've got your mobile phone, you could go out and take some photos, make some memories. You know, even if it's taking a photo of a nice tree or taking a photo of a bird or a piece of grass on the floor, anything, and you could edit those photos, and that's something to keep you occupied. Another thing with the photos as well is I started to make, during the first lockdown, a scrapbook of memories for Layla, because obviously, you know, it's not the greatest times, but she's only 2 years old and she won't know any of this happened. Like, when she grows up, she's not going to know that we went through well, it'll probably be spoke about, but I mean, like, she's not going to remember that we went through a global pandemic, that we had to stay in the house, that mommy and daddy, you know, we couldn't go out to work, we couldn't see nanny and granddad, or, you know, we couldn't see nanny or uncles or family, we couldn't see friends. You know, she's not going to know any of this happened, really. She's not going to remember it. So I've started to make a scrapbook. What I will do, I'm going to show you in a different video, just because it's not finished yet. I kind of want to show you when it's finished. But I've taken a load of photos that I've taken, and I've printed them all off, and I've put them into a scrapbook, and underneath I've told her everything that happened. So on the one page I've told her we used to go for a lot of walks because that's all we could do at the time. I just think that's a really nice idea, to make a scrapbook, so that could be a lovely idea as well. Also, with your photos, if you can get them printed off, you can get to a printer. You might have a printer at home. If not, you know, I don't know if libraries are open, I'm not sure if they are, but you could make a mood board. Now, I don't know if anybody's seen these, but basically you could get like a wooden board or any board, and say if there's something you'd like to do after lockdown, or there's somewhere you really want to visit this year that you're really hoping you can, like, you know, if you want to go to America or Disneyland or something like that, get a picture off the internet of Disneyland and put it on your mood board. Say if there's something that you really want to eat, that you want to go out and have a meal in a restaurant, take a picture of a restaurant meal and put it on your mood board, and it's something to look forward to in the future. And hopefully one day you can swap that mood board around and you say, I did that, I've filled my mood board, I've done it all, and now we can swap it around to other things that I like to do. So I think that's a really good idea, a mood board. I haven't actually done one, but I'm really been thinking about doing it. I was saying to Gav the other day that I'd really like to do a mood board, so yeah, I might try and do that one and see what happens. Next one is, you could listen to some podcasts. Now, some of you might not even have heard of podcasts, some of you might not know what a podcast is. It's basically like a radio show, but just talking about one particular subject. My favourite podcasts at the minute are like sleep podcasts and things like that to listen to, and my favourite one is also my friend. She does have a podcast. It's called Rising from the Illness. I will link her in the description below. She suffers with something called Paget's disease. I think I've said that right, I'm not sure, it took me about 6 takes, but she speaks all about it and she talks to other people about it. I'm hoping to hopefully get on her podcast at some point as well and get on there and have a chat with her, so fingers crossed. But yeah, if you haven't, please go and check her out. It's called Rising from the Illness. She also has a YouTube channel as well, and I'll put that down below, where she's also talking about the illness. She goes into great detail about it. I've listened to it, and you know, I don't know much about the illness, and I didn't know much about it until I've listened to the podcast and watched her YouTube video, so please go check it out. So yeah, podcast is a good one. So something new I've tried this year, and something I've been trying since lockdown, is meditation. Now, I don't mean like hardcore meditation, like I'm not a hardcore meditation person. All I mean is literally sitting on my bed every morning when I wake up, closing my eyes, breathing in and breathing out for a minute. And for some reason that seems to calm me down. I know it's, you know, it's meant to, but it really does work. So if you're maybe feeling stressed or you need a minute, take yourself off somewhere, just sit there, close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out for a minute, and honestly, it really does help. It really makes you feel relaxed. And you know, people that I actually got this from are Danny Foster and his beautiful partner Victoria. Now, Danny, you might have known him from Hearsay, or you might also know him from the Big Soul Corporation, which is their group that they tour with, and they've opened a private Facebook page, and I'm gonna also link that one down below as well. I've been following them since the first lockdown, and they do a live at 8 o'clock every single night, and they are just so encouraging, and they are honestly amazing. They talk to us all about how to, you know, keep calm, about meditation. They're the ones that got me into the meditation. I've never done it before until watching this. I absolutely love them and they've been amazing. So if you are watching this video, because I know sometimes you do, thank you so much for all your help and helping me to keep calm. You know, I'll sit there some nights with Gav and I'll be watching their live and they just make me smile all the time. So thank you so much, and I will definitely link down below and show you a little picture of the page that they are part of as well. So thank you so much for that. So yeah, meditation, that's a really good one. My next idea is you could start a vlog like I'm doing here, or even start a blog. Now, if you're like me, not very good at showing your emotions, you know, if you're not feeling great, you don't like to speak about it very often, you could start a vlog like this or start a blog and you could write down all your feelings. You know, if there's something you're struggling with and you think, I don't really want to tell anybody, I'm not confident enough to tell anybody, but I'd really like to write them feelings down or get them feelings out there, write a blog. Like, you know, write it anonymously if you have to, so you know nobody knows who's writing it, but get those feelings out there, write them down. You could even write a story. Like if you've got a story out there that you're thinking, you know, I want to tell somebody this story, put it into a story and write it down. I think that's a really good idea. Obviously I started my vlogging and I'm really enjoying it. For some reason it just makes me confident, like I'm confident enough to sit here and talk to you guys in front of the camera. For some reason I don't feel scared doing it. Like sometimes I might mutter my words, but I think that's just because I'm trying to think before I speak. But yeah, I feel so confident sat here and talking to everybody on the camera, even though I know when this video comes out, like hundreds and hundreds of people are going to see it eventually, but I don't know, it just gives me confidence to just talk to everybody. So maybe you could try that, you know, write it down, write into a blog, start a video log, write a story, you know, something like that, something that will help you express yourself in a way that you wouldn't usually express yourself. I think that's a really good idea, especially if you've got thoughts of things that you'd like to get out there that you're struggling with. And if you don't want to talk to somebody, obviously talking to somebody is a really good idea, like please talk to somebody if you are struggling. But if you're struggling to the point where you're not confident enough to talk to somebody, then write it down, make a vlog, write it in a story, do it that way. I think that's a really nice idea, and that's something that I've definitely coped with and done whilst doing my vlogging. So yeah, I really like that. Next one. Oh, this is a good one. Learn to cook. I don't necessarily mean get straight out there and start cooking big meals. If there's something out there that you think, I've wanted to try that and doing that for ages, give it a go. Maybe make up a new recipe or try a new recipe. Like I had for Christmas from my Secret Santa, I had the Pinch of Nom Slimming World book, and I've still not delved into that yet and I really want to get into it. But I love going on Instagram and finding new recipes and new things that people have made and trying to make them. And I think that's a really good idea. And obviously I had some scales for Christmas as well, so I really want to start getting into baking. That is something I'd love to do. Baking actual cakes and, you know, baking things, more things with Layla. Obviously I've got Layla into making her own pizzas now, so she loves doing that. She's always saying pizza, pizza. She wants to make her own pizzas. And if there's something out there that you think, I've got these recipes in my head and I'd really like people to see them and I really want people to copy these recipes, why don't you write your own recipe book and put it on the internet? Like, you know, if you think that somebody could use these recipes, or somebody said to you before, how do you make this one? Write them down and make it into a recipe book. I think that is such a good idea. I, for one, would love to see new recipes that I've never used before. A lot of obviously Slimming World stuff is tomato based, so I'm always looking for new recipes that isn't tomato based, that is Slimming World friendly and obviously vegetarian friendly for me to use as well. So yeah, make your own cookbook, write it all down, get those recipes out there. I think that's a really great idea. Like I said, I for one would definitely be interested in that, so yeah, maybe that's another idea. I'm onto my final page now. Oh, I was onto my final page. There it is, it's on the other side. Oh, I've already said that one, so I wrote that one down twice for some reason. Next one is, if you're thinking you've got clothes in your wardrobe that you never wear, or your kids have got clothes in their wardrobe that they never wear, or they're too big for them, let's do a declutter. Let's get all those clothes into a bin bag and ready to take to charity shops, or, you know, wherever you want to take them, or if you want to hand them down to somebody. I know that I absolutely love hand-me-down clothes. Like, I just think it's the nicest thing ever when somebody says to you, do you want this bag of clothes for Layla? Because if they're not going to get used and they're in good condition, then why not? Why, instead of wasting them when people have brought them, people have, you know, you've gone out, you've brought them with your own money, share them around. If they're good enough to use, then make use of them. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know for a fact that a lot of Layla's clothes that she has have been hand-me-downs from people that have gone, do you want these for Layla? They don't fit my daughter anymore, so would you like them? And I think that's a really lovely idea, especially at these times as well. Like, I think, you know, times like these, like I've said before, a lot of us don't have a lot of money, and buying clothes, kids grow so fast, even adults. I mean, if you've got stuff in your wardrobe that you won't wear and maybe somebody might wear them, you know, offer it out. You are decluttering your bedroom, decluttering your wardrobes, your cupboards, and you can have a good clean as well, a good spring clean. I know for a fact I need to get up in the bedrooms and do that, especially Layla's bedroom. Need to get up there, have a good spring clean up there, you know, move everything around. Even though at first you think, oh, I can't be bothered to do the cleaning, I think when you've actually done it, you feel so much better and so like, like that is done. So yeah, I think that one might be a good one as well, cleaning and decluttering. Next, this is something I really want to get into, really want to do. I know that a few of my family members have already done this. Delving into a family tree. I know my auntie did one of these, but I don't think I've ever seen it. So why don't you look up your family tree? That's something for you to do, you know. It could go back years and years, it could take you a while to do. So that's something to keep your mind on, something to keep you occupied. Look into your family tree, like, have you got any famous people in your family? You don't know, you might have, like back in the day. People that might have been royalty, might be part of the royals, like anything like that. Look into your family tree, that might be a really good one. And it's also good for your kids to look on as well when they're older, so you can look up with them and you can say, this was so and so and this is where they came from and this is your great nan, your great granddad. I think that's a really nice idea, looking into your family tree. So yeah. My final one that I have is trying out a new course. I really love first aid. It's something that I've always been interested in. If I've ever done a first aid course, then for some reason it always sticks in my mind. Like, I just love it, and I've always said to myself, I wish, I mean I could still go and do it, but I always said I wish I would have gone into like paediatric first aid, so with children, because I absolutely love it. Like, I just love first aid. If someone's hurt, I'm the first one there, like, come here, let me sort you out. So yeah, like, look into a new course. Is there something you want to do? You can find free courses online that you can just sit there and you can just learn something new, you know, learn a new skill, learn something, delve into it. I think that would be a really nice idea. And like I said, first aid is something that I'm really interested in, so I've started looking into like free first aid courses and things and like learning about it online. I mean, you can even go on YouTube and you can look up first aid courses and first aid information and, you know, anything you want to do with. So yeah, I think that's a nice idea as well. So that is my final idea. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I mean, I hope it's given you some good ideas. Like I said, a few people have asked me about these, so I hope this was really helpful for you. I know it's helped me looking all these things up as well, and you know, especially like I said, the last one, the course, and the food one as well, looking into new recipes and that. So yeah, I really hope it's helpful. I hope that everybody is okay, staying safe, staying sane, and hopefully this doesn't last much longer and we can all get back to normality and we can see family, friends, and eventually hug each other again. But for now, like I said, I hope that's really helped you. I hope it's given you something to motivate you, and I hope to see you very soon for another video. Take care. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.